guys, it's Reeno and you join me inside today because it's absolutely freezing outside and I thought I'm not riding. And that would make it the first day of this whole winter that I have decided not to go out on my bike because it's too cold. Can we have spring back, please? I miss spring. We need spring back, guys. But yeah, so what has been happening recently? Well, I lowered my bike finally. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. It's amazing. I love it so much. Basically we just lowered the rear suspension to the lowest point and it's made such a difference. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Now when I sit on the bike and I put both feet down, they're down a little bit more, and when I put one foot down I've got more contact with the ground. So when the bike is like leaning, obviously, you know, when you put the bike to the side it's always leaning a bit. It's not leaning as much as it was before, so I feel more comfortable in catching the bike and not tripping over, losing my footing and falling over, dropping the bike because I'm so clumsy. And going around corners and stuff, because the rear suspension's a little softer, it feels more comfortable and I don't feel like the bike is going to just tip over. I feel like I can go around them better, so that gives me a little bit more confidence. Whether it's made that much of a difference or not, mentally it's mentally giving me more confidence, so you know, that sort of will boost me up anyway. I did ask a question on Twitter about what you guys wanted me to talk about in today's video or in future videos. If there's anything you want me to talk about, any subjects or topics that you want me to cover, let me know in the description below and I'll consider them, definitely. Yeah, so I asked some people on Twitter and someone did ask me about test riding bigger bikes and things, and my answer to that would be, I think what I would like to do is I would like to practice sort of lessons and things with an instructor before I actually go and do any test rides on any other bikes, because it's been 5 months since I've ridden a bigger bike and now I'm used to my 125 again and how that controls, because I know since doing my test I've realised how different both bikes are, and I'm not an experienced rider really because I've only been riding for like 2 years, nearly 2.5. So I wouldn't call myself an experienced rider at all, and I have more experience riding on the street and commuting than doing anything else really. So, you know, there are a lot of things that I need to get better at. My riding before wasn't really that good. I mean, it's improved more now since I've done my tests and stuff, and I learnt some new things and I learnt how to ride a bike better on the road, because before I was doing any bike stuff I was doing car lessons, so my first road experience was for cars, and learning how to do stuff was the way a car would do it, not a bike. So roundabouts were one thing that I learnt how to take properly on a motorcycle, and now I do that all the time. Well, the better I ride now on my 125 will be so much easier and better when I get the bigger bike and ride on that one. So I think I would like to do lessons before I buy a bigger bike and before I do test rides on any big bikes. Bikes that I would like to test ride. I'm really interested in the CBR 500. I've had a look at one and they're quite small. It's like the perfect height for me. But as for anything else, I don't really know. I think what I would do is I would look at bikes that I can buy in my price range when I have enough money. Also, a lot of people have asked me what my plans are and how close I am to getting a new bike. I have no idea. I don't have the money for one at the moment, so I'm pretty much just riding my 125 until I've saved enough, and when I've saved enough then I'll be looking into buying bikes, and then I'll be looking into what bikes I can buy, whether I should trade in my bike and do a part exchange, whether I should sell my bike privately, whether I should do finance or not, and all that stuff. So I will keep you guys updated on that when I know what I'm doing and what's going on. But for now, I'm literally just going to be on my 125 until I have enough money saved. But hopefully I'm planning to do it this year. Hopefully have enough money saved this year. So by the end of this year, I should have a new bike. If not, it will definitely be next year, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be sometime this year. So I will keep you guys updated and let you know. And someone else did ask me a question for my Q&A, but they asked it after the Q&A, so I never actually got to answer the question. And it's quite interesting because what they asked me I was actually thinking about today, because I was thinking about my channel and what sort of things I want to do and whether I want to like take it in a certain direction or if I just want to carry on what I'm doing now. And they asked me the same sort of thing. They said, do you plan to do more bike-specific vlogs and mini adventures / exploring, or do you prefer general life stuff whilst riding A to B, or does that depend on summer and winter? And for me, I think it does depend on summer / winter, because obviously now it's too cold for me to really go riding out randomly, unless I actually have to be somewhere or I have to ride somewhere. Then if I have to ride somewhere and it's going to be like about half-hour ride, then I'll probably take my camera and try and do a vlog on the way or on the way back. But sometimes I'm like trying to get somewhere, so I end up just not really, or I just forget that I have to vlog and I'm just on the mission to ride, or I'll go on the motorway, so I'm like, yeah, let's not vlog on the motorway because I need to concentrate. So obviously riding on 125 on the motorway, it is possible, it is legal once you've passed your test, but it's not really that safe. I wouldn't recommend it that much because obviously my bike and most 125's max speed limit is like 70 miles an hour, which is the speed limit for the motorway. So if you're in the left lane, it's almost fair enough because you can go 70, you can go maybe 65, and it's kind of all right. But if you start going into the middle lane or the overtaking lane, say you want to go into the middle lane because you're not coming off an exit and you need to stay in that one because it goes in a different direction, or you need to go in the overtaking lane to just say there's only 2 lanes and you want to be a bit safer being in the overtaking lane, so when people merge in, you're not going to be, you know, in the way and risk any crashes. Then it gets a bit dodgy because people will go faster than you, and when you look back, you're kind of like, oh yeah, this car's about this far away, and then you look again and they're like right next to you because they're speeding so fast, and you can't get away from danger as easily as you could on the road where the speed limits are lower. So it is quite risky, it's quite dangerous, but the more I've done it, the more confident I feel about it now, so I'm not as scared as I was when I first did. But it's still not it's still not something I would recommend that much. It's not really it's not really that safe, so that's one of the main reasons why I would like to have a bigger bike, because then I know I can do the speed limit comfortably, I know I can get out of danger if I have to get out of danger by speeding up, because sometimes you just brake, sometimes you can slow down, but sometimes you just need to do a speed up. It's all different situations and what goes on and what you think is best for yourself and your safety. So yeah, I think it really does depend on the seasons. Obviously in the summer I'm going to be exploring more and I'll want to share things with you guys because I love nature and I love exploring and going on adventures. So I pretty much just want to do whatever I want with this channel. So I would love to share inspiring things to you guys, and I would love to share adventures and places out and just the feeling of being in places. Just put all that together for you guys. And then in the winter it's kind of cold, and like today I'm not riding, I'm inside, so I'm having to make the video inside and not outside. So it's more me just chatting to you guys and doing a mini vlog. But I don't mind the life stuff. I don't think I would really do any life vlogs at the moment because I don't think it would really work currently. But yeah, just talking about daily things, updating you guys, or just talking about specific subjects in a video. I'll probably just carry on what I'm doing now and I'll figure it all out. I'll make it work. So yeah, you YouTubey peeps, because I know some of you don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Is there anything you guys want me to talk about or cover? Any topics or subjects, let me know in the description and I will definitely consider them. And if there's anything that you want to see on this channel, anything that's, you know, you might want to see me do or something, then let me know, because I thought, why not, let's engage more with you guys and just change things up a bit and just, you know, introduce new things and see what works and see what doesn't. I mean, if you guys want me to do any live streams or anything, like a YouTube live stream or something like that, then let me know and I'll do more of them. I did do one on Twitter ages ago, up Butts a Hill. It didn't really go to plan or as well as I thought it was going to go. I was so unprepared. But it was really fun. I think I would like to do that again at some point. It's quite interesting because it's like doing a Q&A and stuff. You get all questions and you can just answer them, but I can answer them there and then. And it makes it's quite interesting, I think, to just have things going on live. It's all unedited, which sometimes is bad for me because I waffle on for so long. Oh, he also asked me if I wanted mayo or ketchup with chips or wasabi. Wasabi, no. I do like Japanese food, but I don't like wasabi. I really don't. It's too, I don't like the flavour, so I don't eat that. So no, I usually have ketchup on chips. For me, ketchup is like almost for a lot of things. Mayonnaise, always for chicken. Ketchup, white sauce for white meat, red sauce for red meat. That's what I say, always works, and it's good. Oh, for those that wanted to see my new boots, I did post a picture on Twitter and on Instagram, but I know some of you don't follow me on there. If you don't, follow me! You get to see lots of things, and know about lots of things before they happen. Yeah, so basically I got these Sidis. They are the Vertigo Evo boots, and they are the ladies' ones. And yeah, as you can see, they've got loads of toe protection here. The vents there for air to let airflow in, heel protectors, ankle protectors. This bit here you can like tighten and loosen, so it sort of fans in and out to accommodate for your calf, and then a shim protection there. So I've got loads of protection, but as you can see, they don't bend at the moment, they're very stiff, so I have to wear them in before I can ride them on my bike. I did sit on my bike with my bike lowered just to see how would happen and how they would do just as they are. Still, they're still a bit too stiff for it at the moment, and when I put my foot on my brake, it puts the brake on because I generally have my foot hovering over my brake. I don't put it under like some people do, always have it hovering over, and usually it's always fine. I never press my brake randomly. But yeah, with these boots on, because they're so like 90 degrees, but they have a little heel on, so it means that when I think it's 90 degrees, it's actually going down like this. So instead of being straight like that, it's like that, so it puts my brake on. It's kind of not really that safe. So I just need to wear them in. And for those that want to see my old boots, just look at them. They're a bit destroyed. Yeah, as you can see, the leather has gone really soft and they've kind of caved in and collapsed at the back. I've had them for the whole time I've been riding, but so about 2.5 years, but I only really wore them for about a year and a half, because I was wearing just normal combat boots, but yeah, I decided not to do that once one of them broke. The zip didn't zip all the way to the top, so it only zipped up to my ankle. Then I had my crash, then I fractured my ankle. And I think if I was wearing proper boots or boots with protection, I probably wouldn't have fractured my ankle. So yeah, I then wore these from then on. But because I ride almost every day, and in the rain, all weather, except for today when it's freezing cold and snowing, they just get worn really easily. So it was time to get some new boots, because they've got Velcro here, but the Velcro sometimes comes undone. This is the most important one because it keeps it on my foot. This one just tightens it up a little bit, but yeah, it keeps coming undone. It doesn't stick very well, and I'm still using them at the moment, but I haven't really been doing long rides, so it's been okay for the moment. Also, I will be doing some more Japanese videos very, very soon. I have actually sent in an entry and applied to do an AS exam this year. I have 3 months. 3 months to do 3 months to do it. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think, you know, if I just don't get stressed about it, don't think about it too much, and just chill out, revise, and say to myself that I can do it, then I can do it. So yeah, pretty much I'm going to be doing more revision for that, which means that I'm literally taking the learning very seriously now, and I just keep thinking, if I don't practice it enough, if I don't use it enough, I'm never going to learn it. So what's the point? Yeah, the Japanese videos will be coming back very, very soon. I have changed my profile picture and my banner on all of my Japanese stuff, so they're not exactly the same, because I realised that, oh, if you're like on YouTube and you see the logo thing, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's Reeno's channel. You click on it and then it's all in Japanese and you'll be like, what? So now it's got a slightly different thing, so that now you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference between the two channels. So yeah, going to be doing more Japanese revision, more Japanese learning. So yeah, the Japanese videos will definitely be coming back, just so I can improve my speaking and remembering to say things off the top of my head. So I'll probably be trying to do that. So I think maybe I'll probably try and do more lifey type things on my Japanese channel, because it will be easier for me, plus it seems more like it's going to go that way with me just being like, oh, so this is what happened this week, or this is what I'm doing now. And I will do a little bit of that on this channel, but I think I'm going to try and spread out a little bit more, see what else I can do, and just tread my foot in the water in different places, and just see what works and what doesn't, and just have fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Let's get excited for spring! Oh, I forgot to say, it's Valentine's Day this week, 14th of February, so if you want to buy someone something, get them something. Just do it! Do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. You can buy things or whatever. But seriously, Valentine's Day is something I do want to talk about. Don't get so stressed out or upset if you're alone on Valentine's Day and all this stuff. I think Valentine's Day has gone way too hyped. It's kind of turned into such a hyped thing, where you have to buy someone something, you have to buy your partner a gift or something, and like, if you don't get something on Valentine's Day, then blah, blah, and it's just like, Valentine's Day is just to celebrate Saint Valentine, which is kind of pretty much the same as like Saint Andrew's Day, Saint David's Day, Saint Patrick's Day, where you wear something green. So Saint Valentine's Day is pretty much just like, oh, it's the day where you just give a gift to someone, because why not? I see it as a day to remember that love exists in the world, and not to forget, you know, that exists. Because, you know, when you're in a relationship, most people are like, you should be gifting things to people not only on Valentine's Day, but all year round. So it shouldn't have to be that Valentine's Day is more special. Like, you don't bother all year and then you only bother on Valentine's Day. You should do things whenever and spontaneously for your partner, or just if you want to, which is fair enough. Everyone's entitled to do whatever they want. So yeah, don't get too down if you don't get anything for this Valentine's Day, and realise that in a way, I believe that if you are comfortable with yourself, if you love yourself, and if you can be comfortable being alone and being with yourself, you win at life pretty much. It doesn't matter who comes and goes in your life, you're always going to be the same, you're always going to remain the same. Well, I say that, I mean, people change, but I mean that, you know, the world around you is what you perceive and what you see yourself. So, you know, if you're dead, then there's no world, because, well, you're not perceiving anything. Pretty much the way I see it is, the one person you spend the rest of your life with, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, is yourself. It's the only person, honestly. So once you realise that, and you realise that you can be happy whether you're with someone or whether you're without someone, if you can always be happy with yourself, comfortable with yourself, then it doesn't matter, and it's less stressful. And you think, oh, well, if this person goes, then yeah, that'll be really sad, but eventually you'll get over it and you can just be yourself again, and someone else will come along, or you know, whatever. So don't feel too disheartened. If you're single on Valentine's Day, just take the day to do something nice for yourself, whatever you want. Take yourself on a date. Who cares? Who actually really cares? Not many people. If people are judging you for this sort of stuff, then just ignore them. Like, I realise so much has changed from like the way that your mind is when you're in school and stuff, to the way that your mind is once you've left and you've done college and uni and all this stuff, when you like grow up and stuff. It's like all these kids just take the mick out of the kids for not doing certain things, and people, adults, do it in life as well. They're like, oh yeah, well, you haven't done this or whatever, but it's like, who actually cares? The only people that people care about is themselves generally. And, you know, if you take care of yourself first, then it's easier to take care of other people. So, you know, spend time with your loved one, spend time with yourself, spend time with your family, and just enjoy the day. At the end of the day, it's another day. Don't get too worked up about it, and just enjoy it, you know? Why not pamper yourself? Enjoy a relaxing day. Ask someone out if you really like them or want to. What's the worst they'll say? No. Exactly. And then what happens? Well, you don't have to worry about it anymore because they said no. You just move on. Yeah, no. I know things aren't that easy for some people, but everything in a way is easy if you make it easy. And you can change whatever you want in your life, whenever you want in your life, because your life is yours. So, enjoy life. Enjoy Valentine's Day. Enjoy every day. And I will see you when I see you. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye.